Alright, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the EDS-88a capacitor ESR tester and look at its functions, as well as do some tests on some known good capacitors as a reference. There are 4 sections to this meter. The first up top is discharging, and it is recommended by the manufacturer to discharge with a insulated screwdriver any large brute force capacitors that may have hundreds of volts in them. Smaller caps are not going to be a problem. The second section is checking to see if the capacitor has a DC short. It will also test the entire circuit for a DC short if you are testing it in circuit. In essence, it's very much like a diode test. It will beep if there is a short, except for on this meter, there's a threshold that you can adjust for that. On the right is the amount of ohms. And the next section is simply the low battery indicator. If you operate this thing with low batteries, then you'll get improper readings. So it's always good to have good charged batteries. The next section is the most important section. It's the ESR portion of the meter. And as you can see, the ohms are on the right, and the lower the resistance, the better the capacitor. So the higher up on the bar graph you are, the better the capacitor is looking. Now when you're in the green or you're in the yellow, then that's fine. The capacitor is doing fine. But once you get into the red, especially the further down you go, the more that tells you that that capacitor is defective. To test the meter, I'm going to use a 20 ohm resistor at 1% tolerance, as the manufacturer recommends for calibration. So I got my 20 ohm resistor on here, and you can see the 20 ohm LED is lit up, and so I know my calibration is good. So now I'm going to test the ESR short circuit, and you can see the top bar is lighting up as it should. It did not alert me for a short circuit because I had it set to 0 on top. And the last section of video, I'm just going to test a bunch of capacitors, all the ratings that you see there at the bottom, and that way you can compare your meter test to these good capacitors. All right, thanks for watching.